Hello and welcome to the Finish Each Other's Sentencings podcast, the court podcast where we present each other with some court cases from that week and have to guess the sentencing. I'm Dylan.
My name is Benedict.
And, I say we just jump right into it.
Yeah, let's
Episode
go.
1, see how it goes.
See what happens.
Okay, well, I'll kick it off, I guess.
Well, this is about Cardiff Magistrates Court, isn't it?
This is a Cardiff-based. We'll go further afield at some point, I'm sure, but
Sure.
Right now it's just Cardiff Magistrates Court. So my first case for you is Joseph Bishop. He's a young man. He's 22. He was pulled over at 2:30 in the morning
Right.
for driving a little bit too fast and a little bit erratically.
How fast was he going?
Well, it didn't say. They said it was just over the limit.
Right.
It wasn't anything too concerning.
Yeah.
It was a little bit too fast.
So I cut you off there.
No, don't be. It was a village a little bit ways north of Cardiff.
Okay.
I'm not sure where exactly. But they also pulled him over in his little red Ford Fiesta, and he could smell cannabis. Mr. Bishop immediately admitted to the officer to having smoked about an hour before driving. Yeah. So we take him back to the police station for a blood test,
Okay.
which found 4.3 micrograms of cannabis in his blood, where the legal limit is 2.
Oh.
So it's twice the legal limit. Obviously, there's no legal limit of weed, right? It's illegal, but I guess the legal limit is of any substance in your bloodstream.
Right.
Mr. Cook, the defence solicitor, told the court that Mr. Bishop had mental health issues, including anxiety and depression,
Okay.
and that he had self-harmed in the past. He recommended an 18-month community order, which is basically just a non-custodial order. You can do unpaid labour, curfews, check-ins,
Okay.
which is a non-prison sentence, right? And that Mr. Bishop had complied with the probation service after his arrest.
Okay.
So, what do you think his sentencing was? I've got 3 options for you. This is the format. This is the prototype, the test run for this format. Right?
Yeah.
I've got 3 options. I've got a hint as well.
All right, let's have it.
I'll give you a hint. The magistrates withdrew to hear from the clerk, who told them that he was a young man of previous clean character. That's your hint. Option A, he was fined, banned from driving, and has to do 100 hours unpaid labour. Option B, he's sent to rehab for his reefer addiction.
Okay.
And option C, he has to take a driving awareness course, pay a fine, and have regular meetings about drug use.
For option A, how long was he banned for driving?
Go 2.5 years.
2.5 years? Bloody hell.
We're having a bit of Mary Jane.
That's quite. Is that normal to be sentenced that long?
I think that's a really. I would think that would be really strict. No.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, but he wasn't that being that dangerous. Who knows?
But that's quite a hard one because the hint that which is put to court that he's of good character, probably sounds like the fine or the sentence even is probably quite lenient. Well, I don't know how strict the magistrate was. Was it quite a strict magistrate? Did they seem quite?
Well, they
seem like a nice person.
They were being quite. They were being quite kind to him as they were speaking. And his mum was there, and the magistrate gave his mum a thumbs up. So.
Wow, this really complicates my judgment.
No, exactly. They seem like they're doing him a favour, but I don't know if that really reflects
how old
the
is
sentence. He's 22.
22. And does he work?
I don't know, but he lives with his parents and he
Right.
spends a lot of time at home. So I'm guessing no. Like I'm never sure.
I don't think it's going to be that lenient. I think with these kind of things, especially when driving's involved, they're normally quite harsh. And you'd expect there to be a driving ban. Option B and C didn't include the driving ban, did it?
No, the rehab for addiction did not include a driving ban.
I think because it's a drive offence and because they take driving offence, I just assume they take driving offences quite seriously. I'm going to go for option A. I think.
Well, yeah.
It's option A.
Yeah, you're right. It's 20-month driving disqualification with prison time on the cards if he drives, which is, I think, pretty harsh for just.
Yeah.
I don't know. He wasn't drink driving. Well,
Yeah, I guess.
same thing, I suppose, isn't it? I might edit that out. I didn't mean to say 18-month community order with 100 hours unpaid labour. A community order is, it's a non-custodial sentence, right? £113 fine with an £85 surcharge.
And explain to us what a surcharge is.
A surcharge is a payment that has to be included in sentencing since I think 2013. It's a mandatory payment, and it's to help aid victims of crime. Because they fund government initiatives to help support groups and stuff.
Who's the victim here?
Well, exactly. That's an excellent point. But it could be anyone. I guess it's a potential victim of crime. He's committed a crime.
Right. Okay.
Society at large is a victim of his reckless reefer addiction.
It's an interesting case because, did you say that he was going through mental health problems?
Yeah, he was.
And it sounds like he's probably just self-medicating.
I think that was the implication. That's why the defence brought it up, because it wasn't... I think it was to say that he was using it to cope with his anxiety and his depression, and it wasn't just recklessness. But that's
2.5 years. That's so long.
Yeah, for drive. Yeah, man.
And he lives in North Cardiff as well.
He does. Yeah, he lives near Ponty.
So it's going to be quite hard for him to get around.
Ponty Clean, Ponty Preeth, and Ponty.
There's a lot of Ponties on.
Ponty Pool. Yeah.
It's Ponty River as well.
Yeah.
Ponty.
Ponty.
Monty Ponty.
Okay. So that's well done.
Right, that's interesting. Well, when was this case?
This was on Monday. Both mine are on Monday.
I also was in magistrates on Monday, and I think I've got not exactly a similar case, but something on the same kind of level. Man, well, it wasn't in Cardiff, it was in Bridgend. This fella's called Michael Dyke. He's 40 years old, and he's basically been arrested for carrying a knife in public. He was stopped by officers for being in possession of a black pocket knife on July the 27th. The pocket knife was found in his back pocket. The prosecutor said that he was arrested, and when he was arrested, he told officers that he had some issues with some homeless people near a nearby police station in Bridgend.
Like personal issues, or?
Well, he said he felt threatened, so he must have known. Okay. He must have known these people, and something must have been going on. I think the prosecutor, his defence solicitor said he had quite a few things going on in his life, so there must have been some backdrop into it. They didn't go too in depth about it, but essentially he felt threatened. What was interesting, though, the defence solicitor also said that he told officers, and I don't know why the defence solicitor brought this up in court, but Michael Dykes also had the knife because he occasionally hunts for squirrels and rabbits in Bridgend. I don't know how that matches up with the idea that he felt threatened by homeless people, and I don't know why that's relevant to the case.
There are so many more questions than answers.
It kind of makes you think, what else has this fella done?
Yeah.
Has he actually hunted squirrels and rabbits?
Yeah. Does he eat them?
Yeah, what does he do then? And why does he do it?
Yeah.
Is it a real obsession? So it is a real obsession. Yeah.
That's so much less normal than... Is it? I don't know. The defending... I don't know anymore.
It's just... You hear a lot of things in magistrates, don't you? And it's those lines, like... Those funny lines. It just makes you think, bloody hell.
Yes, some geezers out here hunting squirrels at Bridgend. Yeah.
So Mr. Dykes essentially pled guilty to the offence, and he's been trying to get his life in order before the offence and since he's been charged. So, do you think... I've got 3 options here. Was Miss Michael Dykes sentenced to 8 weeks in prison for carrying a knife in public? Or, option B, was he given a fine? Or, option C, was he given a suspended sentence order with a fine?
I feel like prison time would be way too harsh for a squirrel hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just making a living. I assume. I've got no idea what he's doing actually. Why is he?
So there's a little like.
He's got a screw loose, I guess. So I feel like prison time would be pretty harsh.
Yeah.
So I guess a suspended sentence and a fine.
Bingo. Correct. He did get a suspended sentence order with a fine. He was ordered to pay £154 for surcharge fee, £85 in prosecution costs. But if he commits another offence during the next 12 months, which is the duration of his suspended sentence order, his sentence will be reactivated, which means he'll go to prison.
Yeah. That reminds me of your the squirrel line reminds me of your line about Barry.
Yeah. A similar situation happened in Barry. It's basically the same offence, holding a offensive weapon in public. This man was arrested in Barry, and he told officers why he had a kitchen knife and a hammer as well. And he said, "You never know what can happen in Barry." It's quite
Yeah,
funny.
truer things, and that's he's dead on with that.
Mm. Right, yeah. Well, you got another case?
Yes, I do. Yeah, also on Monday. This one's more interesting, I think. Shows a little bit more about the justice system. But his name is Reese Purnell.
Mm.
He's 21. He didn't bloody look it. Okay, I don't know what steroids. went into
Did he
his
have like a
breast
beard
milk,
or something?
but he looked like he was my dad. He's like he's wrinkled. And up way around. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this about the guy. But he was caught using a handheld mobile device while driving a motor vehicle on the road.
Hmm.
This was a trial because he previously pleaded not guilty. And that's interesting. He pleaded not guilty. It was
Not
a ballsy
guilty.
move.
Wow. Okay, he's got some balls.
He has, because an officer saw him do it. An officer pulled up in the lane of traffic next to Mr. Purnell and saw him with a phone illuminated in his right hand. He was in his red Audi. There's a lot of digits here. S1 MC17 MSW. That is.
He pled not guilty.
Yeah, he did.
When the officer's seen him.
And furthermore, the officer couldn't pull over in that multi-lane bit of traffic. He had to wait until they'd gone around the next street. And he pulled him over. And Reese Purnell told the officer, "Sorry about that. I'm in a rush. I'm not a bad kid."
Ugh.
Which is an admission of guilt, right?
Yeah.
So he said that he'd done it to the officer, who was presented to the trial to give evidence.
So he screwed himself over.
He did, and then he pleaded not guilty. Whatever. We'll see how that goes. But the officer said the mobile phone was clearly illuminated in his right hand, so he knew what hand it was and everything. But the clerk raised an issue. The paperwork said that the crime had occurred on Newport Road.
It's getting interesting.
No, exactly. But it actually had occurred on Southway Road. That's where the officer had seen him. And he'd pulled him over onto Newport Road because it wasn't safe to do so in that street. So he waited until the next street.
Right.
And apparently the system the police use approximates the location of where the report was made as the location of the crime. And in this case, that wasn't accurate. And apparently that discrepancy is important. But I don't really see it. I don't see it in street away, so I don't see how important it can be.
But was that submitted as evidence?
It was, yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
That means a case can get thrown out, surely.
Well, we'll see.
Ah.
So yes, so the PC, Michael Jordan is his name. Would you believe? Yeah. He's absolutely certain this guy is guilty.
Yeah.
But he's made a small mistake with the filing, or the system has. It wasn't even his fault. So what was the sentencing? A, it was passed on to the Crown Court due to the not guilty plea and lack of available evidence.
Right.
Crown Court is for more serious offences.
Yeah.
Everything goes through magistrates initially, but a lot gets passed through to Crown Court. Was it B, it was thrown out of court because of discrepancy in location, so the whole case was dismissed? Or was it C, he was issued a 12-month driving ban and made to pay a £30 fine?
£30 fine? I don't think it's option C. I think immediately. I don't think it's also option A, because surely if you pled not guilty, is it that serious enough? Driving with a mobile phone in your hand to go to Crown Court?
I mean, with the lack of evidence, they might just decide it needs a bigger trial.
I think because the location was wrong when it was submitted into evidence, I think immediately the first thing which pops to mind is that the trial can't go ahead because the evidence submitted by the prosecutor is incorrect.
Yeah, you're right. It was B, which I think is pretty crazy. A very lucky break for Mr. Purnell. He pretty much admitted to it.
Wait, so just to clarify, the whole case was dismissed?
It was dead and there. He was
Bloody
out.
hell.
And when you plead not guilty to something, you are guilty. You get a tougher sentence. So he really dodged a bullet there. And the thing is, his defence lawyer, I've seen her before. She got very lucky this time, right? But last time I thought she got very lucky as well. So last time there was a domestic abuse case. A man had been let out of prison. He was on probation, or bail, sorry. And he was working at a mail ordering facility. And he...
What is that?
It's, I don't know, sort of Royal Mail or something. But he apparently had gone and attacked his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend.
Right.
And he said that he was at work at the time. So when the police arrested him, he said, "It couldn't have been me. I was at work at the time." He'd signed in at work, which is an alibi the police failed to investigate, and that's the prosecution. And so this guy, his trial got postponed, and he got let off on bail again. Which is, if he'd previously breached his police bail to attack his ex-girlfriend, putting on bail again is a really lenient move. But because of this discrepancy in the prosecution, had to be done. And the same, she's quite young. I don't know her name. I'll try and get that for next time. But she either got very lucky twice, or she looked over the case very closely for any kind of discrepancy. I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, it's an interesting one.
And did you manage to speak to any of the officers?
Yeah, I did. I spoke to PC Michael Jordan.
PC Michael Jordan.
Yes, I did. Yeah. he came dribbling over to me.
What did he say?
Well, I asked him. He's a nice guy. He shook my hand. Said, "Have any questions?" So I asked him, "Are you satisfied with that result?" Michael Jordan said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career.
Ooh, pun.
I've lost." Yes, sorry, different Michael Jordan. What he really said was, "It's not ideal at the end of the day, but it just happens. Of all the people I've put in court, 90% have pleaded guilty, but he didn't, and that discrepancy meant he got away."
Oh, he sounds upset.
Yeah, he was. He was fine.
He's probably
I would have recorded him, I think, for some audio for the podcast, but I don't know if you can record audio.
No, I don't think you can. I think anywhere on the premises, which includes not only the courtrooms but also the corridors.
Yeah, so I know you can. You can't take videos or photos even on the steps, right? You can't even draw in court. So the sketch artists.
How do they see their victims then?
They memorise them in the courtroom.
What?
And then they go somewhere else to draw them. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I never knew that. What?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But I think because you can't capture their image in court. That's the rule, or it's contempt of court.
So they literally have to sketch the person from their memory.
I've got no idea why.
But some of these pictures seem quite accurate. I mean, I was like looking at the Southport image that was drawn, and I mean, it's not obviously the same. Literally, like, well, it looks accurate. Like, these sketch artists must be pretty good.
Yeah, it's like the cut and Marco thing. There is no human being on earth that looks like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird. I don't know how accurate it has to be before it's illegal. Like, if you draw a smiley face, presumably that's not illegal, right? But how good does it have to be before it's contempt of court? I got no idea.
So are these sketch artists actually? No, it's like they're proper artists.
Yeah, it must be.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
When was that case heard?
That was Monday as well. So both of those were Monday. But yeah, I thought it was an interesting outcome.
I got another one for Monday actually.
Yeah.
I was looking through, but before I went on Monday, I was looking through CourtServe to see what cases there were, and there's one which stuck out like a sore thumb, and it said something to do with a shotgun. And apparently this guy from Barry is called, what is his name? Christian Miles from Barry. Made the genuine and honest mistake when reapplying for his shotgun license. He's had a shotgun license for a number of years, and he works for some farms near Barry. But when he was filling out his renewal form, he accidentally misinterpreted the question. The question was, have you been convicted of any offence, including driving offences? And Christian Miles assumes that the question meant, have you been convicted of only driving offences? And he hasn't, but he has had prior convictions which haven't been related to driving. So he ticked the wrong box, and he's been, well, I won't spoil it for the free options later, but what was funny about that case is that Magistrate Peter Groom, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Peter G-H-R-U... Sorry, P-G-H-R-O-U-M. I think that's Welsh. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, the point is, he asked Christian Miles to clarify what he was applying for. Christian Miles said, shotgun. He said he uses the shotgun when working for farmers near Barry, but he's also a carpenter at the same time. And he said it was not intentional, the questions were poorly worded. It's not the best story, but it's the fact that... Well, I'll go on to it now. The three options. Was he sentenced to 5 weeks in prison? Was he fined? Was he given a suspended sentence order with a fine? And the hint is, he's made the same mistake 4 times in the past. This is the 5th time it's happened. He's been cautioned 4 times about it before.
Oh, that's a bit stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. What was he using the shotgun for? Is he hunting rabbits and squirrels?
No, so basically he works for a few farmers near Barry.
Yeah.
Don't know exactly what that means.
And he's a carpenter.
And he's also a carpenter.
With a shotgun carpenter.
He's a shotgun carpenter.
Yeah.
He must have 2 jobs. Yeah, he probably has. Yeah, I don't know. Sentence, fined, or suspended sentence order with a fine.
I'll I'll go fine. I think prison time is too much. It's an administrative thing.
Just remember, he's done it 4 times before.
He has, but that you got to think that can't be on purpose because you wouldn't be that stupid to try the same thing 4 times to get caught out for it, would you? So
You're right. Yeah, it was a fine.
but you must be a little bit lacking. I don't know.
Guess how much the fine was?
Um,
We're talking hundreds, thousands.
yeah, a couple of hundred.
It was £1,009
Jesus
pounds.
Christ.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
£660 for the offence, 264 in surcharge fees, and 85 pounds in prosecution. A lot of money for ticking the wrong box.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
that's why I thought it might be a bit newsworthy.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of money.
Jesus.
It'll be interesting to see if it happens again. We'll keep a lookout.
Yeah.
We'll keep a lookout for his name on court stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I think we did get it all right. Was it 100% for both of us? We got all the questions. Got all the questions right.
All the questions are what?
All the guess my sentence. All the. Yeah, you okay?
Why, what?
Wait, is it A, B, or C? We both got them all right.
Oh yeah, so okay.
We get every question.
Oh
right?
yeah, bingo, 100% bingo so far. We've got every question. We both got every question right. Bingo.
Yeah, excellent.
We're doing quite well.
Yeah.
We're doing quite well.
I hope we continue it for the next episode.
Let us know in the comments if you got it right.
Yeah, commenters, get in there. Well, thank you for listening to the first ever episode of Finish Each Other's Sentencings.
Great.
Rolls off the tongue.
And I think in the next few episodes we'll probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
And there may even be a few guest speakers in coming episodes. We may even go to Crown Court. We could go to Coroner's Court.
Yeah, we could do.
Anything can happen.
If we fancy putting a dampener on our day, that would be, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, excellent. Thank you very much. And listen next time.
Yeah, see you later.
See ya.